Hello and welcome to another retrospective planning appeal case study video. I'm John Peters, and in this video I'm going to explain how we overcame a recent refusal by Exeter City Council for one of our clients. The planning appeal was to overcome the refusal for a retrospective rear dormer in Exeter City Council area that was refused by the local authority. Our client was initially booked in for a free, no obligation consultation to run through the refusal reasons that had been given by Exeter City Council and to evaluate if an appeal was viable or if an alternative option would be best suited. The free, no obligation consultation, which took around 15 minutes, found that this case was viable for appeal to the Planning Inspectorate, taking the decision process away from Exeter City Council Planning Department. This case was refused by Exeter City Council for the following reasons. Because by means of its size, shape, colour and cladding finish, the rear dormer and hip to gable roof extension presents an unsympathetic top-heavy addition that dominates the rear roof scope and degrades the overall design and exterior appearances of the host dwelling. Also is visually intrusive and causes significant harm to the character and appearance of the street scene. Well, that last bit states significant harm to the character and appearance of the street scene. This is a rear dormer, not a front dormer, and as such, how much harm can a rear dormer have on the street scene? You have to wonder sometimes if the application plan's even considered during the determination process. We do see many cases like this, and I would urge you to consider taking these types of cases to appeal where they are similar to this case. Many stop and decide not to proceed or put in a smaller scheme, not gaining the full potential of the property to enjoy. While looking at this case to produce this video, I noticed that the Planning Inspector's report, they had stated that, as confirmed by the council, the property benefits from full permitted development rights, and as stated by the applicant, the council has granted certificate of orders for 3 hip to gable large rear dormer extensions in that area. This is a material consideration to which I give considerable weight. It weighs firmly in favour of the principle of a hip to gable and large dormer extension, notwithstanding its top heavy appearance. I also give considerable weight to the fact that hip to gable extensions and large flat roof dormer extensions are currently an integral part of the local environment. This goes to show that it is important, these types of cases, to show the precedent in the area. That additional weight can be very important for planning appeal and support the overall argument. With planning appeals, experience matters. Our specialist appeals team, who handle over 2.5% of all appeals in England and Wales that are currently produced and submitted, start by producing a comprehensive and robust appeal statement that this specific case covered 33 pages, with just over 6,100 words. It's important to detail in the appeal statement where the local authority failed in their assessment of the case and how, where possible, both local and national policy applies in favour of the appeal. Additionally, if possible, bringing in similar cases that the Planning Inspectorate found in favour of at appeal. Obviously, with the back catalogue we have of wins, we're able to use these cases and what the inspector said in them as additional argument to support the case we are working on. Recently, we had a client state that a competitor had said to them that they use our wins to help them produce their appeals. I suppose that is a compliment to our team, but obviously with that methodology it does not give them the underlying knowledge to be able to adapt arguments to the specific case. And it's important to know that no two cases are actually the same and the arguments need to be produced for the specific case in hand. Once an appeal statement is completed, we send the documents to our client asking them to check that they are happy for us to submit the case. If we need to add any additional information that the client may have forgotten previously to supply, it's done at this point and the case is then submitted. It's vitally important that all the documents and responses are submitted on time throughout the process, as failure to do so will result in the appeal not being successful, something we hear about often when people attempt to appeal for the first time. Always ensure you use a professional who has considerable experience of appeals. It's worth asking them for some recent successful planning appeal case study videos, like you find on our website. Due to the large number of cases we represent, we have a dedicated team that liaises with the Planning Inspectorate on a daily basis. For this appeal, an independent planning inspector from the Planning Inspectorate visited the site on the 13th of August, and we're pleased to confirm that the appeal was upheld and their permission granted on the 28th of August in a 4-page appeal decision notice. If you'd like to find out if we can help you with your planning appeal, complete our online form on our website www.planningappealsuk.com, and our UK support team will arrange for a free, no obligation consultation with one of our planning appeal assessment professionals. Would you like to find any appeal case study for a certain type of application, or even in a selected area? We have so many, and not all of them are published or filmed, but that does not mean that we can't show you what you're looking for. Ask our planning appeal assessment professional during your free no obligation consultation. Thank you for taking the time to watch this planning appeal case study video, and I look forward to producing yet another one very shortly. Thanks a lot again. Bye.